Hey everyone, and welcome to Storytime with the Eaton Public Library. My name's Neal. I'm filling in for Miss Katie today. I have two books that I want to share with you. One of them is called Hug by Charlene Chua, and the other is called The Noisy Paintbox by Barb Rosenstock. So I thought we'd start with Hug, because this is just a really fun book. This is a brand new book here at the Eaton Public Library, and I hope that you really enjoy it. So I bet we can guess what may be going on from the title of the book and some of the characters we see on the cover. Hug. Here we are. Purr, purr. Pat, 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 purr, purr. Irk. Hack. Ick. I don't feel well. Poor kitty cat. Do you want a hug? Okay. Thank you. Oh, and here we go. There's somebody else incoming. I would like a hug too. Okay. Hug. But there's somebody else incoming. What kind of animal is that? That's right. It's a duck. It's more than one duck. We want hugs too. Quack, 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 quack. All right. Give him a hug. Hug. Uh-oh. What about me? Can I have a hug? Sure. Oh, getting a hugs. Oh, stinky hugs. Uh-oh. What is that? Do you have a guess? Hug. Okay, bear hug. I'm be squished. Hey, there's somebody else coming in. Have a guess as to what that is? Hug, hug. Oh boy. Ouch! Ow! 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 Oh, ouch! 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 Wow! Something else coming in. Hunger, I mean hug? You sure it's just a hug that you want? Yup. Oh, gulp. What? Hey, no eating! I suppose you want a hug too? What do you think? Does the unicorn want a hug? No thanks. I'm good. And with the unicorn, right on by. Didn't want a hug. But I want a hug! Oh my goodness! What kind of animal is that? Hug? Hug me! Hug, hug. We want a hug. 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 I want a hug. We got just a few characters who want hugs. Stop! I don't feel well. Do you want a hug? Okay. Thank you. I feel better. Hugs are great. Here we are with everybody getting a hug. Which one's your favorite? Is it the tiger getting hugged by the snake? The penguin and the beaver? The dragon and the monster? The elephant and the walrus? The dog and the skunk? Little girl and her kitty cat? The ducks and the alien? The bear and the porcupine? I agree. Hugs are great. Ugh. Hug. I don't think the unicorn thinks hugs are so great. Poor unicorn. So I have a question. What kind of critter would you like to hug? Would you like to hug a cat or a dog or maybe another person? I think personally that hugging a tiger might be kind of dangerous, but I might be happy to hug a dragon, depending on if it's a fire-breathing dragon or not. So that's a wonderful book. So this one's available from the library. And I have another book here. This one is about an artist, and it's called The Noisy Paintbox, The Colors and Sounds of Kandinsky's Abstract Art. And this is a book about a young boy who grows up to be a very famous artist, and it's based on the true story of a young man named Vasily Kandinsky, who in this book is called Vassy. And this is by Barb Rosenstock. So if you like to make art of all sorts, this is a book that you might be interested in. The Noisy Paintbox. Vasya Kandinsky spent his days learning to be a proper Russian boy. He studied bookfuls of math, science, and history. I'm going to turn the computer here a little bit. He practiced piano scales to the marching click of the metronome. He sat stiff and straight at dressed-up dinners while the grown-ups talked and talked and talked. Vasya's well-off world was perfectly polite until the day his aunt gave him a small wooden paintbox. Every proper Russian boy should appreciate art, said Auntie. She showed Vasya the correct way to mix colors on the paint box palette. So that'd be down here. Vasya mixed red with yellow, and then he mixed red with blue. As the colors changed, Vasya heard a whisper. Hiss. Louder. Hiss. Then louder still. Hiss. What's that sound? Asked Vasya. I don't hear a thing, said Auntie. Vasya listened as his brush stirred and swished. The swirling colors trilled like an orchestra tuning up for a magical symphony. Mama, Papa, called Vasya. What a noisy paintbox. Silly Vasily, said Papa. Stop being foolish, said Mama. Vasya painted the sound of the colors. He spun a bright lemon circle onto the canvas. It clinked like the highest notes on the piano keyboard. He brushed a powerful navy rectangle that vibrated deeply like the lowest cello strings. He tossed up jagged swashes of blaring crimson and added cheerful dots of burbling green, clanging orange, tinkling violet. Vasya painted and painted until the colors went quiet. "Look what I made!" shouted Vasya. "Is it a house?" asked Auntie. "Is it a flower?" asked Mamma. "What's it supposed to be?" asked Papa. "It's music," said Vasya, waltzing his painting around the house. "Calm down," said Mamma. "Do some math," said Papa. "Heavens," said Auntie, "this boy needs a proper art class." So Vasya went to art class and learned to draw houses and flowers, just like everyone else. As the years passed, Vasya finished school and studied to be a lawyer. He ignored his noisy paintbox and lived the way people expected. But Vasya couldn't ignore the sounds of the colors singing to him in the streets of Moscow. The canary-colored mailbox whistling as he rode to work. The scarlet sunset haze ringing above the ancient Kremlin walls. An ivory chorus of snowflakes scattered on the sable collar of his overcoat. One evening, suitably steamed and starched, Vasya attended the opera. As the orchestra's music crashed around him, the colors of the noisy paintbox twirled wildly in his mind. Stomping lines of vermilion and coral, caroling triangles in pistachio and garnet, thundering arches of aqua and ebony with shrill points of cobalt and saffron. Vasya heard the colors singing, and he saw the music dancing. And Vasya was never quite as proper again. He quit his job teaching law and moved from Moscow to Munich to be a painter. He studied with this famous teacher, and then that one. "Is it a house? Is it a flower? What is it supposed to be?" his teachers asked. Vasya wanted to paint the colors he heard, but maybe the famous teachers knew best. Once again, Vasya put houses and flowers, animals and people into his paintings, just like everyone expected. The teachers were happy. Vasya was not. His artist friends understood. They too were tired of painting pretty landscapes and pretty ladies. They thought art needed to change. "Art should make you feel," Vasya told them, "like music." "Exactly," said his friends. But none of them knew how to paint feelings until the day that Vasya grew brave enough and invited the world to see the paintings roaring from his noisy paintbox. Hiss, rattle, whistle, murmur, clang, zip, fizz. Snapping cerulean points, crunching crimson squares, whispering charcoal lines. Vasya named these paintings after the music he loved: improvisation, composition, accompaniment, fugue, movement, and simply 3 sounds. With his noisy paintbox, Vasya Kandinsky created something entirely new: abstract art. It took a long time for people to understand. Is it a house? Is it a flower? What's it supposed to be? "It's my art," Vasya answered. How does it make you feel? Now, Vasily Kandinsky had a condition called synesthesia. Synesthesia is a situation, genetic condition, in which a person will smell sounds, or they might hear colors, or they might see sounds. So their senses or taste something when they see something in particular. So it's their senses are cross-linked, you could say, so that they work in a different way from most people's. And it's not harmful. It's perfectly safe. It just means that they don't experience the world the same way the rest of us do. And so we believe that Vasily Kandinsky had synesthesia because he did talk about in his life hearing colors and seeing sounds as different colors. So this it's something that is an interesting thing to learn about. And synesthesia is estimated to happen in 1 in every 5,000 people. So it's not common, but it's not completely totally unusual either. So I hope you check out some more about Vasily Kandinsky, and you can Google him. His paintings are very, very well known and available and hanging in many art museums. So you can look up Vasily Kandinsky online and learn some more about this incredibly famous and talented artist. So for the Eaton Public Library, I hope you had a wonderful story time, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to sign up for summer reading starting May 17th. Bye!